You're raving, you're raving, you're raving with RWR. Fabulous songwriters from Belgium and beyond, the lowlands, the highlands, and far across the pond. On Instagram and Facebook too, you can follow, like and share. Please hit subscribe and join the tribe from the comfort of your chair. You're raving, you're raving, you're raving with Hello, ho, ho, how you all doing? Welcome to episode number 60 of Raving with RWR here on my YouTube channel, the Christmas special, in case you haven't guessed. How you all doing this evening? I hope you're all very fine and well. Let us know where you're watching from and drop us up a little comment there. If you're watching on Facebook, please feel free to share this stream. And if it's your first time to this channel, apologies in advance. Anything could happen tonight. But please feel free to subscribe there. Hit that subscribe button and notification bell down below, and you won't miss any of the videos here on the channel. Much appreciated. As always, tonight's stream brought to you courtesy of the great people of G-Sharp Guitars, the world's finest travel electric guitars over there in Kansas. And a happy Christmas to them. So yes, how's it going? We're going to not sponsored, but fuel tonight with the help of Mr. Tullamore Jew as well. So to absent friends, to your good health, and all the very best. You know who's coming to town soon, lads? I'll tell you now. You better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Yes, he's making a list and he's checking it twice, and he's going to find out who's naughty and nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. And he sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake. Ah, you better watch out. Better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming. Santa Claus is coming. Oh, Santa Claus is coming to town. Very soon, Santa Claus coming to town. You didn't expect that, did you? No. But apologies to ukulele players all over the world. There you go. How's it all going? We have comments already. Great. Anna Geen is here. Hi, Anna Geen. Great to see you. Lovely to see you. And Tim Jack is here as well. Good to see you, Tim. Chris from Germany is in. Lovely to see you. Yes, Anna Geen says happy insanity. Yeah, well, that could happen tonight indeed. Our dear friend Luke de Block. Lots of stalwarts in. If you have comments or questions, I'll put them up on screen and I'll pull them in. Lots of live viewers already, which is fantastic. Lovely. And even our guests are talking to each other backstage and everything. So yeah, episode number 60, the penultimate Raving with RWR live stream here on Songs from the RWR Room. So yeah, lovely to see you all. Shane is there ready to roll from Vienna. Lots of chatters. Look at this. From America, Julie Serrato, my brother from the hello there, darling, good to see you. Al Jones is here. I know it's Juliet. Good to see you, Juliet. Lovely stuff. My first guest tonight is over in Barcelona. So without further ado, let us go over and meet the lovely Tori Sparks. What you been doing? How are you? Since we spoke last, you did one of the early live streams with us. Merry Christmas to you, and thank you for joining us. I know you're a busy woman. You have another stream, or you had a stream already, did you?
No, later, which this sounds ridiculous, but it's like I have no concerts, but all of a sudden my life is so busy and I'm not getting paid for like anything, but I'm like booked. So no, I had to schedule it so I could do both because of course I wanted to be able to see you because I know how hard you work on this channel and it's so much work and people don't understand that even though you love it, no? So
thanks very much. Much appreciate that, and the same as yourself. You're working so hard on your own music and in the game. You're in the game a long time. When did you leave America and head over to España?
Well, I moved here next summer will be 10 years. So I've been here almost 10 years now. And the idea is to have some kind of big, crazy concert party, but we'll see if we're all still alive by...
if we're allowed.
Yeah, but it would be nice if we could. But no, 10 years. I moved here when I was 26, and I had already at that point been touring full-time for 10 years. So this year is also like my 20th anniversary of being a professional insane person, aka musician.
Well, congratulations. That's no mean feat, as I say. You have lots of, indeed, and you have lots of albums made at this stage, and you have a kick-ass band. Anybody who's seen your full interview with me here will notice that you have got a great band. You're still touring with the same great crew, are you?
Yeah, when I was living in Nashville, I tended to hire session guys who would do the records, and then I would try to find people to play the live shows, which was fine. They were amazing musicians, and I was so lucky to work with them. But the guys I work with here have been the same people at least for the past 5 years, I think, pretty much. And I just love them. I mean, they're good people, which helps if you have to like live with people, on the road. But they're also just they're such amazing musicians, and they each add so much. They bring so much to the table, musically speaking. And so between those two things, I would do anything for these guys. And everybody assumes that I must be, sleeping with at least one of them because I always talk about them so much.
Of course,
they're all happily married, and I just love them.
Yeah, there's three in the band now.
We're all five.
I mean, you're five
include
including you.
One lady, we're five, but there's 4 guys, and occasionally we have a backup singer, and then we have my friend Andres, who's become a good friend over the years, the guy who mixed and mastered the live album. He is the sound tech that we use whenever we have the budget, and he's like the 5th Beatle, because without him, it's just not the same.
Yeah, you sound like you've got a great thing going on. Absolutely. And is there anything at all? I mean, would you normally be trying to get back to the States for Christmas, or not really, Tori, or just, I know your life is there now, but I guess you miss some things about the States, do you, about your family? And
well, the reason I'm smiling is because, first of all, you asked, do you try to get over there? And I gave this big sigh, and it's because, no, I don't go over there, but my mother comes here, and she can't this year because of all the stuff. Okay. So that's very disappointing because I see her usually twice a year. I haven't seen her in over a year. So
that's a shame.
It's like, I know I'm an adult, but she's still my mom, so it's kind of sad. But that, and then I smiled because he said, do you miss anything from the States? And I really, this sounds ridiculous, but I love pretzels, and they're really hard to find here. And so my mother, for my birthday, sent me a huge FedEx box like this, mostly full of pretzels, which is just so ridiculous, but I love her so much. She's so awesome.
Sounds like an awesome mom indeed. Yeah. I know little things. I was just chatting to Lynda Cullen there earlier on, and about tater crisps and little things, Barry's tea bags and stuff. We miss ourselves, as Irish people as well. So it's great to have mammies who just kind of post you stuff, whether it's chocolate or tea bags or crisps or pretzels. Yes, that's.
Well, it's also just feeling like that you, even though you're out on your own, that you've got these people in the world who still love you, and they love you enough to send you like you said, a box of crisps from wherever, even though the crisps were like way less expensive than the postage. And it's just that gesture of love that makes you feel happy, and also, of course, the pretzels. No.
Exactly. Do you have a little? Did you give yourself a little libation tonight? Did you have a?
You told me that I had to. So
well, absolutely. You're on the wine. Cheers, girl. Happy Christmas. Yes, because I know you're also fond, a little bit fond of the old whiskey, like myself.
Yes, I never was until I moved here. But when you live in Spain, you just start drinking. It's like you have to. So I love it here, but people here are just. It's like it's like living in a David Lynch movie. It's just, things are just wacky, all the time. Yeah. So wine and whiskey and good friends and.
Yeah, you've got a great thing going on. Like you're there a long time, and the scene is pretty good over there, is it?
It was.
It was up to now. I mean,
it's kind of hard right now, but also, to be honest, not to sound like somebody could just complaining for complaint's sake, but I mean, there's always been a lot of talent here, like a lot of really amazing musicians, and so much diversity, because Barcelona is a port city, attracts all these different kinds of musicians, and musicians from Africa, from South America, from Germany, from Italy, from China, from wherever. But the problem is that there's really very little infrastructure here, and it's so much worse now with the pandemic, and the government really, really, really doesn't do anything to support the culture scene at all. And so as a result,
such a shame.
Yeah, it's really hard for people who make their living, whether you're talking about music or you're talking about any kind of artistic, creative thing, but especially music. It's very, to me, it's incomprehensible, because it's also one of these destination cities where Barcelona has Primavera Sound. It has all these major music festivals, and they treat these mafia companies like really well, and then they treat local venues, for example, really poorly, or local acts. But I mean, famous local acts that happen to live here, they still have to deal with the same stuff that a beginning band does, and I don't understand, but I feel like if I say it enough times in public, then someone will hear me.
Yeah. Oh man. And have you've been fighting them on this, as well as, as a cultural ambassador? I'm sure you've been you know, you've been telling them out loud and, you know, in person about this.
Well,
So
because
hopefully,
of the pandemic, I've been in the news more than ever. Partly because I was until yesterday. We had a meeting, and you have to change the members every year. But I was the secretary of the musicians union throughout this last year, and so I was on the news constantly, like bashing everyone that hires me. It was very intelligent for professional reasons, but I feel like it's important to tell people these things. No, you can't just sit back and be like, this is a bad situation. I can do something about it, but I won't because I'm afraid it's going to hurt my career. There's times when you have to be intelligent and diplomatic, and there's times when you're like, no, let's burn the house down, you know?
Yeah, indeed. Absolutely. You mentioned something about having a bit of luck with a song on Netflix.
Yeah.
Before. Tell us a bit about that. How did that come about?
Yeah, the audience, you guys missed this. When we did the sound check the other day, we just talked for like an hour about all kinds of scandalous things. So no, I just, you know, in spite of 2020 being 2020-ish, I had some good news in 2021 I'm going to have a song in a Netflix show called Sky Rojo, which I don't know if I'm supposed to talk about that yet, but it's going to be, and I've been lucky with certain weird things like that, that you work and then finally some super random friend of a friend that comes to your last show in Madrid before the pandemic closes everything down is a production manager for Netflix. You know, you just never know what's going to happen. That's why you have to keep going.
Isn't it amazing how it can, how suddenly in what we think is our hour of darkness that stuff can happen for us. Like
I really love seeing these people saying hi, by the way, and like saying, hey.
I'm cool. It's a very cool thing. My father's even watching from Ireland. Evening all, and Santa. Ho ho ho, Dad, how you doing? County Offaly, yeah, indeed, and Anna's there too. It's great. I love putting in these comments and reading them. So it's a lesson in multitasking here as well, Tori. I'm trying to read comments and listen to you and yeah. So forgive me, I'm drifting over here all the time, looking at comments, trying to pull them in. But and I also my brother's watching as well from Offaly, and you can blame my brother, folks, for my Christmas T-shirt. It was all Mark's doing. But thanks, bro. It's perfect for tonight, and thanks for tuning in, Tori. I won't keep you long. I know you have lots to do. I know there's nothing going on, but you always seem to have stuff going on. You're a very busy woman. And I was saying to the listeners that all the links to these great artists will be below, folks, after the show, linked, and you'll find the live streams as well of most of these artists tonight in those links, so you can check out the full interviews. But tell us quickly before you go, just I wanted to ask you about the song we chose to play from you tonight, Tori. It's a cover song, a David Bowie song that you and the band released. Brave of you to do that, but what a version.
Well, thank you. Well, see, the thing is, I used to feel like cover songs, and I still kind of do, honestly, when you're talking about like a cover band. I used to feel like it was kind of a cop-out, like write your own stuff, which but after four or five albums of writing my own stuff, one thing we do with this new band, like since 2014 or something, the new band, we mix rock and blues with flamenco, and so half the songs are my songs and half the songs are stuff like a David Bowie song that's got a flamenco guitar in it, or a flamenco song that's been turned into blues, or like a country song. And it's very scandalous for people here because taking flamenco and turning it into blues is like, don't do that. And it's kind of awesome to always make everybody uncomfortable in a good way, like go outside your comfort zone, But this song we recorded in quarantine because it's the 50th anniversary of the original release of this song. I love this song. It's the 5-year anniversary this coming January of David Bowie's passing. He was always my favorite artist ever, and I also felt like the lyrics were very appropriate for the times we live in. We're talking about politicians who selling the world, more or less, and the video was an opportunity to get all the people who I work with involved and active, even though everybody was at home in quarantine. So we recorded in quarantine, everybody in their house, and then we did the video with all the local production companies and people that we've worked with forever, so that to kind of because I was able to have a song in a Netflix show, I had some money that I could pay people so that we could all do something together, not just sit in our homes. So.
It's fantastic. Yeah, well, congratulations on that, Tori. It's so well deserved. You work one of the hardest working women in show business, absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt. And I want to thank you for spending a bit of time with us today. We're going to play your song. Have a very happy Christmas and New Year. The very best of luck with everything, Tori. Thank you so much for dropping in to chat us.
Because like I said, you work so hard on this. And honestly, I feel like without people like you, because the way the world is and the way the press works these days and stuff, I mean, people who just love music and care about it, whether they're doing what you're doing or they're a local promoter, that's the only reason why independent artists, whether you've been in it for 20 freaking years like me, or people who are just starting, are able to continue. So I'm not saying that to be nice. I mean, seriously.
Well, I appreciate it very much. I mean, it's lovely as a singer-songwriter myself it's great fun for me to reconnect or to connect with new songwriters or reconnect with people I know and, you know, give a little bit of something back. It's great to be able to promote you guys. You're all working so hard in the business, and that goes for everybody on the show tonight, you know. And so thanks once again for your kind words and for your generous time, Tori.
No, of course, anytime. And tell everyone, I see all the comments popping up. All of you, thank you very much. I couldn't really respond to them all because it would have been like, no, our album. Oh, wait, hey.
Yeah, no, we can't. No. I just told a few random ones. Happy Christmas, Tori. Thank you for being with us. Here's your great David Bowie cover with the band, The Man Who Sold the World, folks. We'll be back after this with guest number 2. Brett Perkins is over there in Denmark waiting for us. See you in a few minutes. Thank you, Tori.
Bye.
He said I was his friend, which came as a surprise. I spoke into his eyes. I thought you died alone. Yes, a long, long time ago. Who knows? Not me. Oh, you know I never lost control. Your face to face with the man who sold the world. I laughed and shook his hand. I made my way back home. I searched for foam and land. For years and years I rode. I gazed and gazedly stared at all the millions here. We must have died alone. Yes, a long, long time ago. Who knows? Not me. Oh, you know I never lost control. Your face to face with the man who sold the world. Who knows? Not me. Oh, you know I never lost control. Your face to face with the man who sold the world. I thought you died alone. I thought you died alone. I thought you died alone. I thought you died. I thought you died. I thought you died Such a long, long time ago, yeah. Such a long, long time ago.
Wow, that was Tori Sparks, folks. What a great version of a great song, and a great woman indeed. Hard-working lady of the music business over in Barcelona. Thank you very much, Tori, for being here. You might see an orange tail sticking up here. I have a guest who just happened to join us, and he likes to say hello to the people. Look, there's our Vashe. Say hello. No, just wants me lap. Okay, stay down there. Goodbye. Anyway, yes, as I said, nothing too serious tonight, folks. Apart from the songs, there you go. Now let's see if Brett Perkins is here. How are you, Mr. Perkins in Denmark?
I am here. I'm doing well, thank you, and I'm enjoying your cat tail there.
Yeah, the cat tail. Just, yeah, that's okay. We have to do what they have to. Yeah, there he is. Happy Christmas, Brett Perkins. How are you doing? How are you going to follow that? How are you going to follow Tori Sparks? I'm
not going to follow it. Hey, you guys say Happy Christmas. We say Merry Christmas where I'm from.
Well,
I noticed that.
We say Happy Christmas while getting merry. That's
I see.
What we do.
I see. Okay. Well, I'm in the holiday mode. I don't have I have a hat like yours, but out of self-respect, I decided to put it on my guitar.
What are you trying to say? You're trying to say.
I also have my stocking back there that my 89-year-old aunt hand knit. I'll tell you what. Yeah.
Wow, that's a beautiful thing to have.
And our little tree, it's cool.
You're very Christmassy. No, you're very Christmassy.
Yeah. Well, this year it's been a little odd coming into it. But finally, just 3 days ago, I thought, okay, if we better get a tree before Christmas. Although you get good prices if you wait till the 26th, I've learned.
I just know here.
Yeah. Oh, and I have my Christmas rings on. I've got my, you see? Christmas. Yeah, my bling, Christmas bling.
Yeah, Christmas bling. Good.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Lynda Cullen has Christmas bling as well. We were talking to Lynda about her Christmas bling as well later on.
Very good.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're fine and well. You've written a great song called Corona Christmas. What inspired that?
Well, funny you should ask.
Such a strange title for a song. What inspired that?
It is, and I'm not the only one I've found that had that title, nor did I believe so. But it actually came out of a conversation with my 11-year-old daughter who co-wrote the song with me. She created a lot of the lyric ideas, and she's just really bright and really tuned in. She was the one who said, "You got to mention how it's bad for business, but Amazon's making a killing." Okay, she's following the news. So we were talking about the holidays. This was back in late October, end of October, and saying, because Halloween had been canceled here in Denmark. I mean, kids couldn't go out and do the, the candy thing, and so we're thinking, is it going to happen? No one knew. We've had a pretty mild ride overall, and I don't mean to make light of those who've suffered and those who've died in Denmark. But when I compare it to my home state of California or the rest of the U.S. and many other countries, we've never had a full lockdown, and we've had a very manageable and a very well-managed situation in a difficult situation overall. So we were talking about what are we going to do for Christmas? What if, all these questions we're all dealing with over and over. And I said, well, let's not lose, we want to make sure we don't lose the joy. We can still have Christmas spirit and all that. I was being the good, optimistic daddy. And so, and then I said, I've got this little chorus idea, and I sang Corona Christmas, and I had that idea for a country song previously called A Real Country Christmas, which was kind of a take on the traditional American Christmas, kind of making fun, as I do in the front of preachers, as I sometimes do, with myself included, of course. And then we started riffing and having fun, and it turned that serious conversation into a joyful experience. So that joy is in the song. I think the energy of the song. I went right to the studio with the Punch Up Preachers. I'm like, we got to grab this right now. And then I called Tamara Rosanas, who is the most established country artist here in Denmark for many years, also an expat American. And she said yes. She loved the lyric, and she said, let's just make sure we donate all the profits from downloads to charity. And I said that was what I was thinking. So we were totally tracking. So all the download profits go to the World Health Organization COVID response, which was also our way of answering the soon-to-be former president. I'm so happy to say that, who cut funding to that organization in the key moments of the crisis. Enough said. So
no, it's a great track. It's a great track.
Yeah, so we had a great time, and her son produced it, and then we have an animated video that's out now with subtitles in 10 languages. And there is the 14-year-old son, her grandson, so the producer's son, did the animation. So it's really a family, 3 generations.
Gorgeous. Yeah, that's not the version I have lined up, but people will be able to check it out later on. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. You just look up Corona Christmas.
Corona Christmas too. Absolutely. Do you miss anything much or a lot or a little about Los Angeles this time of the year? Would you get home? Would you get over time of the year? Or?
When I first came over to Denmark, yes, I was going home every Christmas because my mother was still living then, and both my brothers were still in California, so I had more motivation to go back. But the last few years, Magali and I have gone to Magali Michaud, my partner, who's in the other room right now, have gone to France. But this is not a year to go to France, so. Really not a year to travel. And so this is not a time of year to travel, let me put it this way. So I was going to California for Thanksgiving to sort of have a little dose of pre-holiday, and then things went completely wrong way. I mean, California was looking good until it started looking really bad.
Were you on the road at the time that first lockdown happened, or not really? No,
I had tickets, so when I was all set to go, and then 2 weeks out, I thought, well, the numbers and the colors were changing. You know, it was getting darker. Yeah. Oh no, you know. So I fortunately had the privilege. At this point, anyway, the airlines will let you change your ticket as many times as you want because they're just please don't cancel.
I know.
Yeah, so we'll see. I don't know when I'm going to get over there. Hopefully,
and of course, you run these brilliant listening room retreats where you run songwriter retreats all over the world, including Ireland. Tell us a little bit about those.
And
are they all postponed or
yes, they've all been. They have been. The last one was in January in California,
really?
And the next one that I just made a decision recently that the next one that's on the calendar is in May in Italy. I had one on the calendar in March in California, and I thought, well, you know, I hope it can happen, but right now people are not in the frame of mind there to be planning to go to a retreat in March. There's a lot of financial hardship as well as health.
Of course, there's all that.
So I've moved that one to July just to say, okay, I trust new administration, vaccines. Yeah. You know, it ought to dial in. Yeah. So
a lot of trust in the American system, Brett.
Well, it's a big country and it has a lot of challenges, and so it's not when I praise Denmark, it's also first of all, it's a country with a 1,000-year history. The population is 1/3 of the county I grew up in Los Angeles, and a pretty homogeneous community and a transparent government. So you can't say how come the U.S. isn't doing as well as Denmark. You know, it's a very wealthy country without the disparities that we have in the U.S. and the other countries. So it's not an AA comparison.
No, of course not. No, it's a different world almost.
I am happy I'm here, but it's hard to watch folks having a hard time there. So
yeah, it is absolutely. Yeah.
So I miss being able to visit family, like my 89-year-old aunt. I'm pointing at the and her 90-year-old husband. My aunt.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Well, maybe they'll watch this back. We'll give them all our love from all over the world.
Well, they are immortalized in a song, Ed and Betty's, that's on my Danish Weather CD, and yeah, that's them, Ed and Betty. It's a true story of them. So
yeah. Good girl, Aunt Betty. I'm going to play your song for you, Brett. I want to thank you so much for dropping in for a few minutes here to talk
to be here. Happy to be
here. We had a great live stream on this earlier on, a full hour. Oh, and all of your links will be below anyway. Everybody can find what they need, whether it's your music or your songwriting retreats. Everything is linked below.
That's lovely.
For you, Brett. And look, I much appreciate you being here for the few minutes, and have a very happy Christmas. You and Magali and everybody back in the States and there in Denmark.
And you have a Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
And a Happy New Year. And safe.
And yes, indeed, we'll keep wearing the masks and we'll look after each other, lads.
Yes. Yeah.
Now I have to find your song, which there it is, and all going to plan. We should have a screen share, and we do.
Here we go.
Corona Christmas, brilliant, and all proceeds go towards to the World Health Organization, which is a gallant gesture, sir. And thank you very much again, folks. Check this great song out, Corona Christmas from Brett Perkins. See you in a few minutes. Jessica Smith is up next. Thank you, Brett.
Thanks.
Merry Christmas.
It's gonna be a different kind of Christmas this year.
Yeah, and more than ever, we gotta take care of each other.
Spread even more love.
And have some fun.
We'll have a Corona Christmas in the year 2020. Practice social distance all around the family tree. Even sanitize the Santa hanging from the old chimney. On this Corona Christmas, staying healthy as can be.
Well, I don't want to be a cynic, but I'm tired of this pandemic.
While we're in it, let's be thankful and inspired.
And I know it's bad for business when I shop at home for Christmas.
Except for eBay and the Amazon Empire.
We'll have a Corona Christmas in the year 2020. Practice social distance all around the family tree. Even sanitize the Santa hanging from the old chimney. On this Corona Christmas, staying healthy as can be.
On that day, we'll say a prayer
For the ones no longer there,
recalling our most precious memories.
then we'll raise a toast
To all the frontline folks working around the clock for you and me.
Here we go.
We'll have Corona Christmas in the year 2020. Practice social distance all around the family tree. Saying no ho ho to Santa coming down the old chimney. On this Corona Christmas, staying healthy as can be. On this Corona Christmas, staying healthy as can be.
Happy holidays, everybody.
Be safe.
You bet.
Y'all take care now, you hear?
Corona Christmas from Brett Perkins. That's a great little track. Probably the best Christmas song I've heard anyway, so far. That's great. Thank you very much, Brett Perkins, and the very best of luck with that great song. I know everybody will download it. It's for a very worthy cause. Indeed, lovely song. Lots of great comments coming in from all over the place. Lots of live viewers too, which is lovely. Happy Christmas to you all. If you've just joined us, you're watching Raving with Rua here and on my YouTube channel, Songs from the Rua Room, and please feel free and consider subscribing to the channel and maybe follow along on social media if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook rather. Please give the old page a like. It all helps. So it's going great, lads, and I'm not as taut as I drunk I'd be. You know what I mean. We have Jessica Smith up next, all going to plan. She's over in Nice. So let's see if Jessica is there. She is.
Hi.
Merry Christmas, Jessica. Hi. Thanks for joining
Happy
us.
Christmas.
How's it going with you?
All good over here, thanks. Yeah, how are you?
I'm very fine, very fine. You know, as
Not too drunk yet.
getting into the merry spirit here, getting into the Christmas spirit. If you know what I mean. So you're on the cuppa table, girl. Yeah. Well, girl, how's it going in Nice? We met in Ghent, and quite a while ago, and then you moved. You did the Rua Room song, which we'll play after our chat, and then you went down to Nice. What's the scene like down there, or is there much of a scene in Nice for what you're doing?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there is a very active scene. normally when we don't have a pandemic. Nice is kind of a tourist town, so what's been good, and it's a sunny place. So something that's been good for me is it's actually cheered my music up a lot, because you can't play melancholy, stare out the window at the rain with a cup of tea music here. It just it doesn't wash.
What did you call it? The window, cup of tea, looking out the window in the rain.
There'll always be a place for that in my heart, but in Nice, it's more of a party town. So, it is more focused on covers than original music, which is a bit disappointing sometimes. And Ghent was fantastic for that, because there's so many.
Yeah. But of course, they must have it. It has some advantages for you being down there, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. Oh lots. Yeah.
Yeah, because I know you did create EPs. You made lots of music since moving down there. I've been following what you were doing, and your songs are lovely. And it was, great that you. I know you haven't been in the UK for a long time. Did you leave? Have you been out of England for quite a while?
Yeah, I left England in 2007. And I moved to Belgium. So obviously that's where we met, and I was there for 9 years. 8 years in Brussels and 1 year in Ghent.
Yeah, okay. And it was around that time in Brussels then that you would have met our dear friend, may he rest in peace, John Macon, Mr. John.
Yeah.
Was that would have been that time, was it?
Yeah, I met him, I think, a few months after I arrived in Brussels.
Yeah.
And in fact, I wasn't really playing music at the time. I used to be a journalist, but I've recovered now.
Good girl. Never mind these real jobs.
Yeah, never mind those. So I met Mr. John, and he actually was the one who got me playing again after a really long break. And then a year later, I decided to go and study in the conservatory in Brussels, and I actually did jazz violin, which I don't really do much anymore, but it got me into a world of musicians in Brussels, and it kind of set me off along my path. But I discovered along the way that songwriting was my real passion and place in music, and I've been doing that ever since. And then when I came to Nice, Right People, Right Time, to make that all happen to make my first record. It's an EP of 5 songs, not an album.
And it's called what, Jess?
It's called You Light Me Up.
It's called You Light Me Up. And is Faith and Fire on that?
No, sorry, no. My cat wants to join in.
Hello.
So this
my one is
Sandy.
Gone. Hello, Sandy.
She loves Zoom and any kind of internet calling situations. So
great.
Yeah, sorry.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Yeah, I had a ginger visitor a few minutes ago too. You maybe saw that.
I saw. Yeah.
He just sits on my lap and his tail just stays in my face. That's all he likes to do. He's a bit camera shy, but that's how they roll. But it's okay. He's allowed. It's Christmas time.
Yeah. Indeed.
Yeah, so the Brussels scene was great, and you made this EP, and the song we're going to play is called Faith and Fire. Tell us a little bit about that before I play
it. Well, I wrote that song in one weekend, actually. That doesn't always happen. And it sounds better than it is. It was actually a combination of a lot of bits of songs that I've been accumulating for a while. And then over this whole weekend, I just kind of completely went into the zone and finished it. And it's not on my first EP, but I'm working on, I've written a second EP, so it's just a case of waiting for all this stuff to pass so I can, get working with other musicians again and, get that happening to record it. So this song will be on the second EP. That's the plan anyway.
That's the plan. How was it for you with Corona? Did you bury yourself in work and songwriting, or did you just kind of take a step back from the whole business while this was going on, or has it been a mixture of,
It's been a mix for me. I mean, in a way, it gave me a bit more time for music. I have a day job as a teacher as well, and everything went online, but we had a bit less work, so it gave me a bit more time. I did write another song during a I can't remember when, but anyway, recently.
Yeah, it's hard to keep track of time at the moment. I know.
Yeah, it is. I can't remember if it was the first confinement or the second, but anyway, and I've been working on learning to record at home. I'm not technically the best person in the world, and I've not really got involved in that much stuff online because I really do prefer face-to-face everything.
Yeah.
I know we've got to. This is what we've got at the moment, but I prefer to kind of go into my cave and write and practice. And see this, as an opportunity to do that, really, to just take some time to do my own thing. And
yeah, absolutely. What are you teaching? Can I ask? What's your day gig?
I teach English to French
English
people.
teacher. Ah, well, how does that work?
It's really nice. I meet a lot of really nice people, and it connects me to the community here. And I mean, in the past, lots of people who've come to my gigs here have been students, for example.
Yes.
It's a really nice network. It's a very human job. And I've also taught music quite a lot here in Nice.
Oh, that's great.
As well. Yeah.
That's great. And so, as regards coming back to see us here in Belgium, is there anything in the pipeline? Will you come back and sing another song here in the brand new RWR room? Will you?
Oh, definitely. I'd love to. I love that video. I think you did such a great job on the sound and the image and everything. And I really liked how it presents my song, and I'd love to. It's just we have to wait and see because at the moment I don't think I'm allowed to travel to Belgium at the moment.
I don't think so either. No, when the dust settles, and it was hard to believe. I was just looking at the video. It came out on the 9th of December, so it's over a year, well over a year since we did it. And
I know it's gone so fast.
It has, yeah, absolutely. But it's a gorgeous song, Jess, and maybe at a later time, later on in the year, if you'd like to. We'll do a full long chat here. We'll do a full hour here. We'll do a full raving with Roy, yourself and myself. And we'll talk more in depth about what's going on. If you'd like to do that, it'd be great to have you.
I'd love to.
It absolutely would. What is the inspiration behind the song? Before I play it, I'm looking it up here now. Faith and Fire.
What's the inspiration?
You wrote it quickly, you said.
No, I wrote it in a weekend after months of writing bits of songs. But it's about it's about, well, obviously the word faith is in the title, and that's about having the faith to and that can be to fall in love, it can be to chase a dream, it can be to travel, and the fire part is people can think of faith as being something that's a bit wet or soft or a bit weak, but actually for me it's the opposite. It's something really powerful, and it's kind of the fire underneath the rocket. So that's what that's all about.
That's what it's all about. Well, I'm going to give the song a play. It was a great pleasure talking to you. I want to wish you a very happy Christmas.
You too,
Jessica, and all the very best in Nice for the foreseeable future. Love what you do in music, and keep up the good work, and we'll talk very soon again, all right?
Yeah, and I hope to be in Belgium really soon.
I hope so too. Thanks for being with us, Jessica, and a Merry Christmas.
And bye from Sandy.
And bye from Sandy. Bye, Sandy. Bye, Jessica. Here she is, folks, the great Jessica Smith. Check out her lovely song.
I'm gonna burn like a flame. I'm going out like a star. Nobody's gonna tell me there's no way to be free. I'm gonna float like a dream, sweet dream. 'Cause I've been living like I'm not gonna die. Oh, and I've been living like I don't know how to fly. But walls, walls, walls come tumbling down when you fall. There's no more sound in the hall. Just hold on and breathe with me. And breathe with me. And when you close the door, here is a word of peace. like you've never been broken. You could let somebody know you just breathe. Nobody's gonna break me. 'Cause what a long journey it's been to find out. I started where I should be. Now the rain, it falls right through me. And inside the world, here is a word of peace. Inside the world, you are a word of peace. Now I'm gonna fly like the wind. Yeah, I'm gonna turn, 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 swing me round. Swing me round.
Faith and Fire from the brilliant Jessica Smith. Wasn't that just lovely, lads? Absolutely lovely. Thank you, Jessica, for being with us, and a very happy Christmas down there in Nice. Thank you for joining us here on Raving with Rua. It was lovely to have you. So, how's everyone doing? If you're stuck with us, we're coming up on the first hour, lads. This could be a long night. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. We'll see what's happening. We had some great people with us already. If you're just joining us, you're very, very welcome. Please consider hitting that subscribe button down there and hit the notification bell. Give the old videos a thumbs up. And I'm here in this room just about a month now. And tonight on this winter solstice is my 1 year anniversary. I just moved over to the town of LIVESTREAM here. Moved in with my lovely girlfriend Elka, who's downstairs watching, I'm sure. And so it's a special night tonight. My Christmas party as such, and I'm celebrating 1 year of living in LIVESTREAM here, Warscourt as they call it, very close to Ghent, not too far away from my beloved Ghent. Luke is there as well. Great to see you, Luke the Brock. Lovely to have you, and I'm sure Val is not too far away from you either. Anna, great to see you from Shannon Bridge. Lovely to have you. And again, doesn't have to go to bed early tonight. She says no bedtime restrictions, so that's great. Normally she's in bed like at 6:30 in the evening because she's up at 4 o'clock in the morning or whatever. Mark Dunnigan is there as well. Are you making the tea? No, not yet. I'm drinking the whiskey. Thanks for asking, bro. And thanks for this great t-shirt. It's coming in very handy tonight. While you're over there in Clara. Not in Clara. He's in Belmont now. Yeah, indeed. Great to see you, bro. Lovely to see you all tuned in. And thank you for all the great comments. So, Davóg Rynne. I don't know. Anything could happen here now with this fella. But he's down there outside of Leon. And I'm going to hit the button and see what happens. Please welcome to the show. No strangers to the show, Mr. Davóg Rynne. Hup. Jeez.
How are you, Dahi?
Who's your man? Keep her going there, boy. Keep her going. Keep her lit. Keep her lit.
I was tipping away there waiting to call me from the backstage area until you're here now. How are you getting on?
Very good, sir. How are you keeping? I do. You're all dolled up as well. That's because your mother's watching. I know you're all dolled up because Mammy's over in County Clare. And Rinna's looking in at you there as well. And she's looking at me laughing now. And if you're still there, give us a hello there on the chat. I know last time I was speaking to your Mammy, she said that you were her favourite. Do you remember
that? Well, no, I tell you that it's been great. Great slagging matches going on in our house.
That's shocking. You know all these heads here. You know Anna Gein, of course, and you know Luke Davóg is there as well. He's saying, yeah.
How are you getting on?
Thank you, JMR. She's congratulating me. Thank you, JMR.
I had to change my devices around because so I'm on the small little thing now, so I can't see really a thing.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just putting up comments here. We have Etienne Leroy
Well, I can
from
hear you.
Vienna and Austria as well. Loads of great comments coming in. How are you keeping? What have you
Great
been
stuff.
at? What have you been at since we spoke last? I know you're doing lots of live streaming and you're doing
Was doing
poetry
a bit of
hours
live
every
streaming,
Sunday.
yeah. Doing the poetry hour every Sunday. That's great. I love that. Was it this morning? No, yesterday morning. Yeah, had a great old poetry session yesterday morning. Solstice special.
You did.
And all day yesterday, and a great thing happened to me there a couple of days ago. A great thing, a kind of a gathering of people I used to work with like 25 years ago in Germany. I worked on a musical called Tommy. It was a Broadway production of the musical Tommy, and all of the cast and all of the singers and the dancers were all American. They all came over from Broadway directly into Offenbach, into a small little theater. And we did a 2-year run of the show. Like it was like 9 shows a week. It was we were a very tight knit community, and we spent 2 years in each other's company. And anyway, to make a long story short, so a lot of us kept in touch over the years, Facebook and all of that. And one of the members of cast, Lynda, was in a very bad car accident there in the beginning of November. And so we all kind of rallied together on our Tommy page. And we said, why don't we do a benefit for her? And we all got together yesterday and we did that, and everyone was telling stories of what was going on back in the day. And it was really nice. It was one of those kind of nostalgic trips, and a lot of the songs from the show were sung. And it was really nice. It was really, really nice. And she of course was given a great boost by it. As you can imagine, she'd be down in the dumps now. She's separated from her kids, because she's in hospital and of COVID and all of that. The restrictions are, it's not easy for the kids to visit her, etc., etc. Yeah. And so give her a great old boost anyway, you know.
Fair play to you, sir. You're always a great man for the charity and for giving people a leg up when they need it most. As is your mummy, and as are your uncles, and so family kind of, fair play to you. It is.
Family affair, all right, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you know, it's amazing. It's amazing these kind of things and what they can do, because within a lot of the conversation that was going on yesterday, people who hadn't talked to each other for 25 years. You know, we were on a live chat thing. We had 3 or 4 different platforms set up. All the techies got that going, and it was actually quite interesting and quite easy to use. And anyway, so yeah, it was great. It was great, and lots of interesting conversations were happening, and a lot of positive stuff came out of it. A lot of positive stuff, you know.
Oystein Bernstein is saying, "Now there's a bloody Bowron legend right there." Oystein, he's greetings. Oystein is in Hell, Norway. That is, and Oystein is going to be my guest on the last show next Sunday, the 27th. Here he'll be joining us. So tune in for that, folks. Good to see you, sir. Thank you for tuning in all the way from Hell. We're not quite in Hell yet. Here.
No, God no. Listen, tonight is the longest night of the year.
The longest night of the year, and I have Chris Link saying that your poetry has become part of my Sunday routine. Thanks, Chris.
Nice
for that.
Nice
absolutely.
Tomorrow,
you're going to say. Go ahead.
From tomorrow, it's going to get brighter. Every day is going to be brighter.
There'll be a great stretch in the evenings.
Right, I just read you out a little bit of a poem I have here in front of me.
Please do.
Since the beginning of time, we have gathered in this season to celebrate the rebirth of the sun. On the winter solstice, the darkest of nights, the goddess becomes the great mother and once again gives birth to the sun and the new yearly cycle, bringing new light and hope to all on earth. On the longest night of winter and the dark night of our souls, there springs the new spark of hope, the sacred fire, the light of the world. We gather tonight to await the new light. On this night, the maiden, who is also the mother and the crone, prepares to welcome the sun. Let us now prepare to welcome the new light within. Slán, Joel.
Brilliant. That's absolutely gorgeous and very appropriate, Davóg. You have a great album of poetry out as well, which I take on from time to time. There's something about your voice that just draws you in. That album, Seeds of Hope, it's called.
That's right. Thanks for mentioning it.
Absolutely gorgeous.
I wanted to release it this year, and I kind of put it into because of the whole COVID. Excuse me for a sec. Sorry.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Wanted to get a drop of water.
Sure.
I'm dying.
I thought it was Puccini. No.
No.
No,
Don't tempt me.
I won't. I'll be with the days.
In these wintry nights.
I'll be with the days.
God be with the days, indeed. What was I saying anyway? What were
I don't know. I wasn't listening to you. Love you. I was listening to you. I was distracted by Tim's great comment there saying Seeds of Hope is amazing. You were saying you were trying to bring out the album.
Seeds of Hope, right.
Put it on hold.
Brought it back. The Seeds of Hope, yeah. I kind of put it into the back of my mind for a while because of COVID. I wanted to release it this year. But a very interesting thing happened with Seeds of Hope. The guy who actually recorded it with me in his studio, Vincent Lesser is his name. And he's a young Lyonnese, guy from Lyon, from the city. And he recorded, and we loved working together. And in the first confinement back in March, and he started playing around with it. He's also a very accomplished musician. I didn't know this now when we were working together. Plays fantastic guitar and is a great composer. And I was just anyway. He comes up to me about. Oh, it was about 3 months ago now, and he approaches me and says, "Listen, I've played around with your album a little bit. I hope you don't mind." And I'm like, "What? What have you done?" So he's kind of worked music into the poems. Yeah. So there's a new kind of a new revamp coming.
Kind of a take two. Wow.
Yeah.
That's gonna be very interesting now to hear. So in essence, the same album, but put to musical vibes.
He's composed music to every poem that I put up because, as you know from the album, the poem is it's raw poetry. Yeah. I've got one or two Boweron involved, and apart from that, it's just the voice of maybe some.
There's maybe a bit of whistling as well, isn't there?
There's a bit of whistling. There's a bit of background sea waves crashing, stuff like that. There's a crack of thunder and another one and stuff. Anyway, stuff like that, and he just took the poetry and composed music to it. Fantastic
indeed.
Very interesting. So we're in the very early stages of working on that. We've already spent a few days in the studio.
That's fantastic. I've got all your links below anyway, Davóg, so people can follow you and join your poetry. It's usually around 11 a.m. every Sunday morning. They can catch up with your.
It's 11 a.m. over here in France. Yeah, that's right. 11 a.m. over here in France. That's 10 a.m. over in Ireland and the UK.
It's a gorgeous little hour. Yeah.
It is. I love it.
I walked into the bathroom Sunday morning there, and Elke was in the bath with you. I was going, "Hey, hold on a minute now. Listen to Davóg Rynne and his soothing voice, and she there relaxing in the bath, and Davóg beside her, and I was like, hold on now." Says I, "Wait a minute."
Oh Jesus Christ!
Maybe too much information. How long have you left Ireland, and what are some of the things you miss about home, Davóg?
Gosh, I'm a long way. I'm a long way from home. I'm gone from Ireland, I suppose, really since I was about 16. I went to London, then I went back to Ireland. I did a lot of going and coming away and going away again, and couldn't really ever settle. I spent 10 years in Germany, as I was saying earlier on with the music with Tommy. And I worked as a technician for 15 odd years as a stage manager. Went back to Ireland in 98. Didn't really work out. Couldn't really settle in. Every time I went back, it was just a completely different place. That kind of a way.
Yeah.
And people had moved on, and because I was in Germany for 10 years, came back, and I had to relearn what Dublin was like, and
of course,
I just couldn't really settle in. But anyway, what do I miss from home? Oh, gosh,
you were in Clare then before you came out here. Did you spend some time in Clare, your mom and dad's area before you came out?
I did briefly. I went back home to Clare because I was thinking of taking a job in the local pub and for the summer because there was no work going on. And then I got a call from Dublin to come up to Dublin and work on this show, which was a French-Irish co-production. And they needed a stage manager. So that was me
Great.
back in Dublin again. And then that was the French company. And didn't I fall in love with a lovely French woman? And
You did not.
That was me out of here, by
Out of the equation. Gone. Yeah.
Gone. Yeah.
So you know, you miss Mammy and Daddy, of
What
course.
do I miss?
You know,
I miss
the tunes
family,
and the
of
crack, I
course.
suppose. Yeah.
I miss the tunes, the crack, and which kind of it blows me away every time I go home. Funnily enough, I miss the weather. I miss the bleakness of the weather. I miss the kind of the wild west wind in the Atlantic when you're walking on the beach. I miss the burn.
You miss the burn.
You know, I miss the mystic landscape. I love where I live. I'm very lucky. Gosh, I live in a beautiful Beaujolais. And I've got Mont Blanc in the Swiss Alps just in front of me. You can see it lovely in the morning. That's good. It's beautiful.
It is. I saw some of your photographs there. Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, and still Ireland, the landscape has still got that old draw, doesn't it?
Doesn't it just?
I miss the fairies, because Ireland is full of the fairies. There's fairies over here as well, but they're all French fairies.
But you could get lost in the fairy ring. You'd have to be fierce careful about them fairies. Now, if you're walking around the field, mind your own business. And you disappear into a fairy ring.
Telling you now, huh?
That'll be the end of you. Have you no poem for us before I say goodnight to you? Would you have something else there up your sleeve?
I already do, of course. Listen.
Go on, so finish us off with something nice there. Or two short things or whatever you have there.
I love this poem. It's written by a fella called Merchewin. I don't know anything about him. He's Welsh, I think. It's called You Opened Your Heart.
Gorgeous.
You opened your heart, you gave me a name, a way I might address you, no longer simply the beech tree in the orchard wood. You opened your heart and in doing so enabled me to speak aloud your name, Dew Faha, O Queen of my wood, as I suckled you on the slope of the hillside, running my hands over your bare skin. I felt your presence and power. I felt my presence and power. You opened your heart, Dew Faha, O Queen of my wood, speaking instruction, articulating introduction, affirming intuition, that I might listen and learn the lessons I require. You opened your heart, Dew Faha, O Queen of my wood. You are willing to share that I might understand what it means to be a queen or a king, sovereign of the self, standing tall as yet unbent, reaching forth to the sky, dancing in the breeze. You opened your heart, Dew Faha, O Queen of my wood, that I might access ancestral knowing, ancient knowledge, deep-rooted wisdom. And for all this, you opened your heart, Dew Faha, O Queen of my wood. You shared yourself with me, fractured my mental barriers to acceptance, shifted my spiritual perceptions to acknowledgement. That I am not old, though no longer young. That I have a place of self-acceptance, self-understanding, and ongoing, outgoing. You opened your heart, Dew Faha, O Queen of my wood, and in doing so allowed me to share with you what it means to be queen in our presence and in our power. You opened your heart, Dew Faha, O Queen of my wood.
Gorgeous stuff, Davóg, and thank you for opening your heart to us tonight and sharing your art with us and your stories. And we've done our own live stream here, and people can find that on the live stream playlist on the channel. It was great old crack as well when we did that one. And your mum just appeared on it a few days ago as well. So great, wonderful, talented family, and thanks so much for giving us your time tonight, Davóg. And
thank you,
very
man.
Happy Christmas to you and your family, and and a happy New Year. We'll meet in
all
Belgium.
the best. I'll be up in Belgium. The next chance I have, I'll be up to see you.
I know heckin' well you will.
Jesus Christ, I can't wait to get on the road. I'd say my family are just waiting for it. Like they're just here. They're
yeah, the prodigal son. Especially, well, your mother anyway, because you're her favourite apparently. So Yeah. Slán a bhile, sir. Tugé go bugé. And a Merry
Thanks a
Christmas.
million. Slán
Thank
the
you for
phone.
being here.
Good luck.
Bye, buddy. Happy Christmas. See you.
Slán.
Hey, our folks, the brilliant, inimitable, and mighty Davóg Rynne. He has a great poetry readings every Sunday morning there, 11 a.m. European time. Check it out. And maybe support him on Patreon as well. He's doing great work down there in France, and mighty artist from a big musical family. You may have heard of his uncles Christy Moore and Luca Bloom, and of course his brilliant mother Anne Rynne, whom I spoke to a couple of days ago here on Raving with Rua. So thank you very much if you stayed with us so far. We're into the last few guests tonight. So I'm so happy that you're sticking with us. We still have live viewers, lots of live viewers, which is brilliant, and lots of great comments coming in here as well. I noticed too, and I'm still on the Christmas spirit. So sláinte, good health to absent friends, to family. If you're watching my family and your families, thank you very much, everybody. So far, so good. Give every man his due. Freddie Webber is a great singer-songwriter. He's in Ghent. And Freddie did the very, very first live stream back in November here on the channel. Before I even knew what I was doing, I made him sing live, and there was loads of kind of stuff going on. And he's a bit of a loon bag, but that's okay. We like lunatics on this show. And I hope he's not wearing a strange hat or anything, because if he is, yeah, let's see. Gee, look at Freddie, what kind of a lunatic wears a hat like that?
Well, you told me this was Christmas, so here
look
I am.
Look at the jumper as well. Look,
Look, it's got a nose on it.
Freddie.
Look,
Freddie, you had to outdo me. Oh, look. You have an actual 3D nose. See, if my brother's still watching, look, why didn't I get one of those, brother? He's got a real nose.
I love bad Christmas jumpers.
The
more outrageous.
Or t-shirts.
Yeah,
More outrageous, the better. No,
but
we
it's
look the part. It's fabulous. It's great.
I always remember too late to get it out though, because I got it out of the cupboard a moment ago and thought, oh yeah, there's a rip in this that was here last year that I forgot.
I'm going to put you on full screen again. Show me. There we go. Boom. Stand up there. Model that jumper there on full screen. Oh, look at that. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Freddie the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Oh my God.
I want to point out as well that before we went live earlier on, we did a little check to make sure everything was good. And I said I was going to clear up, and I didn't. And there's a reason why. I read in a book that when people clean up, when you have people over, when they clean up and make it look nice, it suggests that you don't want them to really see how you live. You want to give
hide your actual self from them, your true personality.
No. It's also the easier option as well, not to clean it up.
That's your excuse, and you're sticking to it.
Yeah.
Just because it's in a book. No, Freddie. Yeah, I know what you mean. By the way, have you got yourself a little libation or anything? I mean, are you on the tea or what's going on?
I had a cup of tea, but I consumed it far too quickly.
You did.
So I will need to.
Now. Nothing close at hand. Okay, that's fine.
Yes, there's a tea cup with a tuner in it. I have a teacup.
Tina Tuner. Tina Turner. No, never mind. Tina Tuner. Never mind.
Go on, it's nearly there. Go on.
No, never mind. It's okay. I've embarrassed myself too much already tonight. No, leave it so. Come here. How are you keeping? What's this? How's lockdown treating you? You're busy. You're another great busy musician always. And we did the very first live stream back in November. Hard to believe it's over a year and a month since we did one of these. I'll have to get you back on now that we're running smoother and that it looks much more professional now. The first few ones were like let's see what happens, touch toe in the water kind of stuff. And I had a few guinea pigs and you were one of them. And thanks very much for doing that.
I will forever be your guinea pig.
Oh, thank you very much. I much appreciate that. And I yours, darling. Absolutely. We'll,
Is this live right now? Oh,
are we live? Yeah, are we live?
Edit that out.
And again, loves your jumper. Very, very Christmassy.
Thank you.
Are you working with a band now? You were always solo when I first met you. You were you're an amazing guitarist. And you don't have to listen to this part now, but Freddie's an amazing guitarist, amazing singer songwriter, amazing performer. You're kind of bound between a comedian. Stop. Close your ears. You have this comedic thing. Believe it or not, you got this great stage persona. you wear Christmas hats in summer. So you have you're multifaceted. That's the word. And now you're a gamer as well. But anyway, I'm going off the point. You were solo, and now you're working on a band project.
That's correct. Yes, which should have already been out into the world. Yeah. But obviously delayed, but not a problem. But I was discovering just before 2020 that I thought it's good fun playing by myself. It can be easy to move around. It can be easy to that logistics you only have yourself. Yeah. But then the problem with that is then the discipline of just yourself, and also when you have bad gigs, which are, in my experience, and I think anyone's experience, and if they tell you otherwise, they're lying, are mostly not bad gigs, but there's more bad than there are great gigs. Yeah. And if you have a bad gig and you're on your own, you've got no one to moan about or to think, oh, bugger it, I won't worry about it. Yeah. There's no one there.
Yeah, and did you find that particularly kind of daunting when that happened, or?
Yeah. Well, no, not so much daunting, but it's just that. And then obviously all this year, it's just made me think we all want to hang out. We're desperate to hang out with each other and go to bars and stuff like that. And I thought, well, that's what music is. It was a bunch of people sitting around a campfire when we could barely talk, and
get together.
The one caveman banging on a rock, he was by himself. He was cast aside. So thank goodness we have come a long way since then. But and there's a place for banging the rock by yourself, definitely. I don't think you should limit yourself with how you can express yourself, but just playing together with other people. That's what it's about. So
that's what it's about.
2021.
Yeah,
is the year of Freddie and the Fabs. Hashtag the future is fabulous. Yeah,
good man. You're extremely positive about it all. I love it.
Well, you caught me on a good day.
I did. I'm catching a good day. It must be Christmas or something. I don't know what's going on with you. You're so positive about the music industry, Freddie. And you got to be careful about these things. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There are other musicians watching here, so just tone it down. Just if you can, just little easier. What's going on with what's going on with you musically? I mean, writing wise, did Corona give you a big boost of writing, or did you just kind of step back from it, or how did that go for you?
Yeah, on the contrary, it didn't make me want to write, and I think it made a lot of people not want to write because it wasn't very inspiring. And then that plays with your head because you have all this time off, you're not obligated to go anywhere, and you think I should be writing a song, and then you haven't had any experiences of late to write a song about, or you can have thoughts and stuff, but it's not inspiring. Having said that, I think there's a few that have come out, a few little ideas that have come out because I also like to try and write. I'm going to write a song because it can't all be left in the mystical. Oh, it'll come to me when it comes to me, because then
that's right.
So there's been a few squeezed out, but not. I've been practicing more. That's what I've been, because I think if I can't write anything, if I'm not supposed to write anything, I'll just try and sit here and watch YouTube and try and get a bit better. So there's been some of that.
Yeah, wasn't it Sting? I think that had that great expression. He said, when I'm not working on the art, I'm working on the craft. And that's something he does a lot. He might decide, okay, I'm not in a word tour, I'm not really writing songs, so I'm going to pick up I'm going to learn a bit of classical guitar, or I'm going to learn a bit of piano. And I think you're a great proponent of that. You do that quite often, when you're not gaming. I mean, when you're not on.
Well, you said right. Well, you've alluded at it a few times.
I've alluded to it now. Yeah.
So that came about because we can't go out and push our name like that. You look at other mediums and other ways to do it. And I've always liked gaming. My brother's a big gamer and introduced me to the world of Twitch a couple of months ago, which is basically YouTube for people playing games, if you haven't seen it. And once you tap into it, if you look into it, it's massive. It's absolutely massive. And in terms of the people they have streaming, like some of them have massive. Okay. Wow. So I thought, well, as opposed to sitting here on my own playing a video game, why not put it out as well and then just chat? And the idea was I would just do that by myself, and then when the band when we can all be together, we'll do it with the band, which we'll definitely do some streaming with the band. But then my fiance sat down next to me and was commenting about it whilst I'm playing and made me laugh. So now we moved the mic a bit closer, because I think that's an interesting thing, that if you're in a partnership, often if there's a gamer, it's normally traditionally it's only ever really been one, and then you've had the other one just sort of sit there and watch and comment, which is roughly it can relate to funny things. Fortunately, she does like gaming too, so it's into it's, you know.
That's right. No, it sounds like a lovely fun thing to do, and a great way to include her. Yeah,
and that's what this year's done. I think this just forced everyone to think, well, what can I do to enjoy myself? You know.
Or to distract myself, or to alive. And absolutely, we're all doing that, whether it's just practice or YouTube, and you know, whatever it is, just, you know, bury yourself in something else. Because
I think now it's got to the point where, can people please stop saying in these uncertain times? Yeah, we know. Everyone knows.
Everyone knows.
Obviously, you can't do this. Yeah, we all know. And if we don't know, the other, you know, so it has to be. You have to turn around and just be like, right, I've done my moaning now.
Yeah, move on with
it. You would get the pockets come back up again. Oh God! But you've got to aim in some direction, you know.
Absolutely true. And tell me this: would you normally be home for Christmas this time? You know, around this time, or would you every second year, or what was your normal Christmas plan?
Normally it's. I've only been in Belgium now for 3 years, so.
And where is home?
Where's home is? Home is currently the epicenter of the new, or hotspot for the new variant of the virus.
Oh, beautiful!
Specifically, Basildon. Well, I'm from Wickford, the little town across, but Basildon is apparently John Cleese did a video for the people of Basildon saying, "Please behave yourself and stop." Yeah,
come on, like
yeah. But so that's where I'm from. So yeah, normally it's a backwards and forwards thing. My brother now lives in Germany, so he was going to come over and whatnot. But next year.
Yeah, absolutely. You have lots of family still living in the UK, have you?
Yeah, mostly there. A lot of us cousins one's America, brothers in Germany, and I'm in Belgium, so a little bit spread, but it's just parents and stuff, really. Yeah. Who I'm told that my dad is definitely not watching this because West Ham are playing. So he's watching it.
We'll forgive him. We'll forgive him that. The song I want to play from you, "Things You Should Know," is a great video, and you star in this video in different characters. And I was often curious, and I know I asked you when we did this early on our live stream, you know, how you managed to make this video work, because it's you with a beard and without a beard, and you know, clothing, a lot of kind of stuff.
Well, as a fellow artist and content creator, you can surely agree that one does not give away its secrets when it comes to these magical things.
Indeed.
Depeche Mode. Depeche Mode came from that.
Anything can happen. Yes. At the end of saying something there. Yeah.
What was I saying?
I don't know.
The video. It's
you didn't want to give away too many secrets, but you were saying,
that's, you know, it wasn't done in the order you see it. That's
of course. No.
But I wanted to try and keep it interesting and fun to watch, and I tried to have fun with it, which hopefully comes across as well. And the reason, if you like the song, to have a listen on the old Spotify is because it's nearly 1,000 views, listens.
Great.
Which, of course, as most musicians know, that when you reach 1,000, it then starts showing you actually how many people have listened, which looks more impressive. Because at the moment, it just says below 1,000.
It says below 1,000. Once you reach that threshold, it looks like yes.
So if anyone likes the song, the video, to pop on over to Spotify and give it a listen, so it bumps up, so I can pretend that I'm a big famous rock star.
With 1,000 listens on Spotify. Well, okay.
Yes.
Well, if that happens, it's because of the show. And don't forget,
Yes.
I want a cup of coffee out of the royalties that you make.
Yes.
You hear
Deal.
me?
Deal.
Yeah, at least a cup of coffee. Maybe a whiskey if you make a few tenors, a few fivers.
I could perhaps give you a thimble of whiskey.
Yeah, okay, well, all right.
That,
We'll see
that
how it
could
goes.
do. In fact, you know what? That'll do off my own back. You can have that.
All right, then.
It's yours.
Done,
It's yours.
done deal.
It's yours.
Freddie, love that you were here with us and that you
Thank
dressed
you
up
very
all
much.
Santy-like to upstage me. There's two of us in it. There's two of us.
Thank you very much for having me. I just realised these look a bit like elf ears now too.
They do, yeah. I have my they do. We look the part, very Christmassy. I want to thank you very much for being here. When the dust settles, we'll go and have that little drinky. Have a very happy Christmas, you and your lovely fiance.
Bless
yeah,
you.
absolutely. I'm very much looking forward to playing this song. Is there a story behind it? Things you should know?
Yeah. The story concerns the lady of which is in the other room, hopefully watching this on YouTube. No answer. But I was going to move to Belgium, and she, I was, how should I put it? I was kind of like, "Are you sure you like me? Are you sure?" Because here's the list of things you need to know about me. So here's the song, and
there's the song. Things you should know before we commit to this. That's brilliant. Fantastic. Yes. Pretty happy Christmas. Thanks for being
Merry
here.
Christmas.
Lovely to see you, sir. Keep up the great work, and we'll see each other down the road.
Yes, we shall. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, you too, but thank you. Things you should know, folks. Freddie Webber, the brilliant Freddie Webber. Check out this brilliant video too. It's pretty fantastic.
I can be demanding, I can get estranged, I can get distracted, I find it easy to complain. I can be forgetful, I can seem removed, I'm often regretful, I wear a constant shade of blue. You know this, but yet you still come back for a kiss. You know this, but yet you still come back for this. I can be confusing, I can be abused, my moods can be surprising, I wear a constant shade of blue. You know this, but yet you still come back for a kiss. You know this, but yet you still come back to this. I hope you know just exactly what you got yourself into. Beat by the charm I tried to warn you, I didn't think the ship was fit to sail. I hope you know just exactly what you got yourself into. If the ship goes down, we'll both end up living in the belly of a big blue whale. I do have a good side, the lights up around you. I wanted you to know that I hope you like the color blue.
The brilliant Freddie Webber. There's only one Freddie Webber. What a great track. Lovely guy and a really big talent living over in Ghent. Freddie did the very, very first live stream. If you want to go all the way back to November, don't judge us too harshly for that. We were only feeling out the vibe at that stage, but it's a great tune and a great song. And Freddie, great artist. Happy Christmas, Freddie. Thank you so much for being with us. Now, we have a little touch of Ireland here for you next. We're going over to Germany, to Black Forest, I believe. And we're going to say hello to the beautiful and lovely and talented Lynda Cullen.
Hello.
Good evening, darling.
How are you?
I am fine. Happy Christmas and welcome.
And the same to you. You're looking very
lovely.
festive.
And same as I was going to say the same with your lovely tree behind you there. And
well, I had to make an effort. You know, somebody had to die.
It's true.
But by the way, that was that comment was directed at you and not the previous guests.
Too late now. I'm going to edit that bit out and just leave that.
No,
going.
I don't.
Nobody
I don't
like that, me, said Lynda.
I don't know the previous guests well enough to insult them yet.
No,
you don't. Do you know what I mean?
Just you have to give them time. Remember the first time we met down in Cork when I came over, met you for the first time, and the slagging match we had in Cork. And
we did. We went to Gallagher's for lunch.
We did, and we slagged each other off immensely, you know, because that's the Irish way, isn't it?
Yeah. Within 10 minutes, we were being nasty to each other, and we thought this will work grand. We're going to get on just fine.
This is going to be fine. Absolutely.
And then we had a lovely gig in the Roundy.
In the Roundy, we did, and Zio was there with us as well. Yeah, I know. Mm-hmm. And look, speaking of Cork, look who's here. Susie O'Neill, sis is in. Hi, Linny, from your sis, Willow and Ruby.
That's my sis. She's in Gorey now. She's in my hometown in Gorey, County Wexford.
She's in Gorey, of course, not Cork. I forgot that. Hi, Susie.
Yeah, that's
welcome. Happy Christmas.
Kind of
happy down there.
Say that again?
You say it again. No, you say it again.
Oh, I said that I'm kind of half and half, you know. I was born and reared in Wexford, and you know, home is there. My parents and family and friends are there. My twin sister Susie is there. But I lived 12 years in Cork, so that's also home. So I'm lucky enough to have two places to call home.
You are, absolutely. And you're
as well as the place I'm in now, like.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. What place are you in there?
I'm in a very small village called Villingendorf, and it's on the edge of the Black Forest and
beautiful.
In southwest Germany, in Baden-Württemberg, and it's absolutely magical. It's beautiful. A lovely place to live.
I saw some of your pictures there. Yourself and your lovely Molly. The dog is out living with you now, and you have a beautiful place to live. I saw some of the great pictures you're putting up. It's snowing as well.
Yeah, we're so happy. Well, I'm speaking for Molly now as well, but yeah, we're very happy going on our adventures in the woods every day. And I work at a school here, and I just love it. I love the people at the school, and yeah, it's just really nice. And I live very close. It's a small village, so I live very close to the school. And
beautiful.
When there are stressful days, you know, I can come home on my lunch break and take Molly out to the forest. And I think that's an incredibly lucky situation to be in, especially this year.
Oh yeah,
when it's all been a bit more stressful. So yeah, I'm counting my blessings, I must say.
Absolutely. And so you're kind of doing online teaching as such now while this pandemic's going on, or is that how it's working?
Yeah, we went back into lockdown again last week, and so this week is the last week of classes. Obviously, we were due to finish up on Wednesday, so we're doing some distance learning then.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, and then we'll see how January goes and what way it transpires. I'm not an online. I'm not. Yeah, look, I'd much rather be obviously face to face with the kids.
Of course.
And of course, it's better for them. But we'll see how it pans out here and everywhere else at the moment. It's not looking so good.
Yeah. No, it's great. Are you missing Ireland a lot? Your family now? I mean, I noticed that you got a big box of tea bags there recently, like myself. So we're okay from that point of view. You didn't get potatoes.
Yes.
I got the potatoes and tea.
Well, what happened was you posted up a picture of your Barry's tea to make everybody jealous there the other day.
I did.
I saw it.
Yeah.
And I said, Frank, my partner here that I live with, I said, oh my God, he's got Barry's tea. And he said, well, maybe we should show him the big box that we have. And I said, what big box? Where? And then he produced it. He ordered it from Barry's. I guess he went online to the Barry's website, whatever, and ordered it from there to bring over here, just to send over here for me to have. So I'd have tea over Christmas. So I think I'm going to keep him.
I think he's a keeper, absolutely. Now, Dennis Kelleher's after saying an awful bad word.
Lions.
Saying Lions tea. Dennis, I don't know. No, we might have to
Dennis,
ban him.
In fairness to Dennis, I'm actually drinking Lions at the moment. My sister, Susie, who's watching now, she sent me a box of Lions, which is fantastic. But I told you there's two things going on here. There's a Wexford thing and a Cork thing, and I have to be loyal.
You see.
You have to be loyal to Leinster.
It's a loyalty thing, right? Okay. Well, he's laughing there at the goodness of saying Lions. Fair enough. We understand you, Dennis. Thanks, though. I'd say okay. If you had to choose, you were on a desert island and you had one or the other, what would it have to be for Lynda Cullen? Would it be Barry's or Lions tea? That's the big one. I know.
It would have to be Barry's. It would have to be Barry's.
Would it? Okay.
Sorry, Susie.
Okay, Susie. Well, look,
I'm very grateful for the Lions.
Yeah.
I am.
But I would. Yeah. I mean,
that's it. Now I'm excommunicated from Leinster.
You might talk to you at all now. Poem grenade. Hi, Lynda. Kiss. Okay. I don't know who that might be. Do you know who Poem Grenade is? That's saying hi. Not sure. Hi, anyway. Thank you for tuning in, whoever you may be. And if Katya Van der Porten is saying hello to you. Hi, Katya. Welcome back. Katya was
Hi, Katya.
She said she got to make it back for Lynda. I have to make it back for Lynda. And she did. Good to see you, Katya, in Portmeerbeek. Lovely to see you. Yeah,
when
so
I visited you, sorry, I know this is your interview, but I'm going to take over. Do you know that when I visited you and played a few gigs in Belgium?
I remember it very well.
And I met Katya, and I also met two lovely, lovely people, Luke and Val, and they're so lovely. And they last Christmas sent me a lovely present, and I'm wearing that lovely present.
Oh, show me. Oh, I remember that. Oh, look. Yeah, it's kind of a robin redbreast. They're adorable.
Robin redbreast earrings made from glass. And Luke made those.
Glass. Luke made those.
Since we're going nowhere and talking to no one, I thought it was lovely to be able to wear them tonight. And I know they're watching. So, hi guys, I love these earrings. Thanks.
Do you see that now, folks? That's what I love about this show. Just being able to connect like that. Val and Luke are watching. Lynda's in the Black Forest, and here I am in Leave Again, and that's beautiful.
Yeah, but you probably had some very deep and interesting singer-songwriter questions. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's no, forget it. No, Luke is giving you a round of applause. It's you just do your thing, Lynda. I'm just sitting here. I'm just clicking buttons. And by the way, Poem Grenade is Fintan.
Fintan,
the brilliant.
How are you? I missed that, man.
Fintan, I don't know if I did already, but I'd love to have you on a Raven with Rua later on. If you'd like to do a chat, you're a songwriter I really admire is Fintan over there in Cork. So if you're watching, let's do that. I'd love to have you on the show next year, Fintan. We could have a chat if you'd like to do that. I'd love it. If Lynda Cullen can do it, anyone can do it. I'm only joking.
The cheek of you.
See, that's the whiskey talking now, girl. You were warned. I had you warned.
You did, yeah.
I did, yeah.
Come here, will I just head away there while you have a chat with Fintan, or will we carry on with the interview?
I don't know if I should. Yeah, maybe. Fintan, come in here, we'll have a chat. Lynda, thanks very much. And good luck. No, we'll save Fintan for another time. No, I'll continue talking you. I booked you in now. I'll have to talk to you. I asked you to do this, so I'll continue. I'll be nice. And what does Davóg say? Luke and Val Almighty, great appreciators of music and song, wicked sense of humor and all. Absolutely, Davóg. Luke and Val made me made me a lovely stained glass fox as well for the room. You've probably seen that on the social media. And by the way, Finton's going to do a Raving with Rua. Thanks, Finton. How are you keeping, Finton? Anyway, are you well over in Cork? How are things? This is Lynda Cullen, by the way, Finton.
I miss singing with Finton. I have to say, it's like, it's been too long now. He was over, just before this time last year, and we did some lovely gigs here.
Oh, wow.
And I did do a gig with him in February at home in Collins in Cork. And yeah, God, I'd give my left arm now to have a good old sing with Finton, but we'll get there.
He's doing some great live streaming too. I saw some of the shows, and you recorded one of was it a co-write or was it his song that you recorded on your album?
Yeah. The first on Paper Boat, on the Paper Boat album.
Yeah.
Who Feel the Most is Finton's song.
Yeah.
Finton's song, and he very kindly let me put it on my album. And on my last album, Smoke Without a Fire, I put another song of Finton's, A Song of Everything, which is another bloody brilliant song. He's not just because he's one of my best friends, but he's just one of the greatest, as far as I'm concerned, a national treasure. You
hit the nail on the head there. Yeah, you did. You absolutely did. And I'm looking forward to chatting to Poem Grenade Finton later on in the new year. Definitely, we'll book you in. What do you think you miss most about Ireland, Lynda, and especially around Christmas? I mean,
I would often not be at home for Christmas, because I'd be away or whatever. But because it's been so long since I've been home, I miss my sister. Well, obviously I miss my family, but my sister, she's my twin, and she has two gorgeous little girls, Willow and Ruby, and when I go home, I spend a lot of time with them, and I miss them. I can't put my finger on what I miss about Ireland, let's say, but it's, for me, walking down the street with Susie in my hometown in Gorey, sitting on her sofa having cups of tea and snuggles with the girls.
Oh, yeah.
And then Cork, I miss. I lived in St. Luke's in Cork for many years, and that was just lovely. There's a great community there, and friends and family, I suppose. I mean, I'm happy here, and life is good, quiet like everybody's at the moment, but I'd love an old cup of tea and a chinwag with my sister on the sofa.
Something
and the two
about
girlies
that,
snuggling up with the nieces, but
she'll
it won't
be
be long.
emotional now. She'll be crying and everything now. Listen to you saying that.
Sure, look.
She will. Your lovely sis, Susie. Thanks for tuning in, Susie, and it's great to that you're here. And speaking of Susie, of course, I've got that great song "Sisters" lined up to play for the folks to hear. It's not only does your sister appear in it, but tell us a little bit about it.
She sings,
in it as well, and the photographs. Tell us about the video.
Her voice is fabulous. That whole project was a massive. I know it's an overused cliche, but it was a labor of love, because the song was written for my sister and her two little girls, and it goes by, I suppose, like many sibling relationships. You're often very close as kids, and then might drift a bit as you find your way in the world. And as you get older, become very close again. And myself and Susie, we're twins, and we're also best friends. You know, she's the one. Yeah, I love her, obviously.
Yes, you do.
And I was very lucky that I was born with a best friend. And yeah, it's only when you're older, I suppose, that you realize that, you know. And then her two little girls, when we watch them play and we watch them together, you know, we kind of relive our early happy childhood memories. And yeah, that's what the song is about. And so I put a call out on social media for people, anybody, to send me pictures of themselves and their sisters. And so I had photographs from all over the world. And so we included these in the video. So it's a song about sisterhood, really. And it was nice to be able to include so many sisters, because it resonates with a lot of people. And yeah, and Willow and Ruby as well, I have to say, they also sang on it as well. They're singing a little bit at the end. You can hear in the chorus. They're very fine singers now too.
Who was that? Sorry, I missed that. The name of the
Willow
group?
and Ruby, my
Oh,
nieces.
Willow and Ruby. Sorry, yes. Oh, okay. Beautiful.
Yeah.
See what she wrote on screen there. She says she's roaring.
No.
You have a roaring crying now. Poor old Susie. Susie, it's okay. Susie, don't be crying. Don't be crying.
Don't cry.
Please don't. Thurston says, I'm proud of my neighbour. Thank you, Thurston, for tuning in there.
Thorsten's downstairs.
Oh, he's downstairs. That's our neighbour.
Hello, Thorsten. Thorsten also made a music video yesterday, and he was worried about the sound, the noise. And I said, don't be worrying. Sure, I was worrying about me making too much noise. So look, we're grand. We forgive each other.
Fair play to you, Thorsten. all the famous songwriters are coming into your part. Look, we have Ray Heffernan. Great to see you, Ray.
Hiya, Ray.
Draw more. Hello, Ray. Another man I'd like to get on. Oh, Ray, would you like to do Raving with How are you, Ray? Nice to see you. There's loads of I'm getting loads of bookings out of your interview, Lynda. Thanks very much. So yeah, Ray.
I'd start taking a commission then or something.
We'll talk about that. Yeah, we have to get 2 bookings now already. Well, Ray hasn't said yes, but he's absolutely
2 packets of potato, Johnny. You have my address.
Tea bags, Ray. If you'll do a Raving with Rua. That's funny. Oh Lord. Okay, I'm gonna play your song, Lynda. It was lovely to talk to you. We did a full Raving with Rua here, of course, before. If anybody wants to check it out, you can find Lynda's chat on that playlist. We're going to play Lynda's song "Sisters," a beautiful song of sisterhood, of Ireland, of the gra, as we say, of the love.
Do you see the fella now? Do you see the fella at the very beginning of the video there?
I do. Hard to miss him.
That is Declan Buckley.
Declan?
And he's the owner of St. Luke's Wine Tavern. And he let us use his car, which is a lovely car. You'll see it now in a minute.
It is a beautiful car.
But we had him in the beginning of the video giving us the keys, you know. I love that.
Of the car to use.
Yeah.
Fantastic. No, it's great. There's so many little hidden gems in this video. I love it. Yeah, I love it dearly.
Lovely memories, yeah.
Happy Christmas to you and Frank and everybody in Germany, and to your family, Lynda. And thank you so much for being part of the show tonight.
Thank you, Johnny. And thank you for having me. I really appreciate it, especially now with lockdown and everything. And it's lovely to have a focus, and I appreciate that all you do to promote songwriters. I really do. And
much appreciated. Oh, by the way, Ray Heffernan is doing Raving with Rue.
Great.
That's 2 bookings now. Okay, anyway, what were we saying about your video?
I was trying to say thank you.
It was never going to be serious, was it, Lynda? No, it wasn't.
No.
I know you were saying thank you, and appreciate it very much. And thank you so much for being. It was only a few minutes, of course, but always a great laugh with you, and lovely to have you on here. Keep up the great songwriting and the great
the Irish thing. So when we say go on, so I'll let you go.
Yeah, that's go on, so I'll let you go. I'll let you go.
I'll let you go. Go on, so go on.
Thanks for letting me go, Lynda. Here's your great song. Here's Lynda Cullen's great song, folks. It's called Sister. Beautiful. Great video too.
Bye.
Sister, do you remember of sawdust and hay fill the air. Sister, have you noticed that it's coming back around? Heart to hearts beating to the sound. Two little girls laughing. Have you noticed how they are playing house like you and I do now? The summer days are long again somehow. Sister, have you noticed signs that nature shows us at the start of every season? Even though it's colder, we're getting older, but we're happier than ever. Sister, have you noticed that it's coming back around? Heart to heart beating to the sound. Two little girls laughing. Have you noticed how they are playing house like you and I do now? Summer days are long again somehow. Sister, have you noticed that it's coming back around? Heart to heart beating to the sound. Two little girls laughing. Have you noticed how they are playing house like you and I do now? The summer days are long again somehow.
Guest musicians Willow and Ruby as well on that. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. The great Lynda Cullen, and thank you so much, Lynda, for being part of our little stream tonight. And that's a beautiful song, Sister, written, of course, about her and for her twin sister over there in Ireland, who's bawling, crying now because of that song. But okay, you know, it's Christmas time. Understand? Leave me bobbing, lads. Okay, moving swiftly along. We'll stop the tears from flowing now. Wexford is present, indeed. Yeah, Davóg says that was a nice 80s vibe as well. Stop camera. Behave yourself. There you go. Lovely video and song. Absolutely, guys. Lynda's one of the best singer-songwriters and people out there. And lovely to have her on the show. So, without further ado, all going to plan, we're going over to lovely Vienna, and we're going to talk to an old dog of the road, a mighty man for the songs, a mighty man for the road. And here he is, please. Here we go. So never mind that. Shane Ó Fearghail, are you there, sir? Conasatatu.
I'm here. How are you, Dahi? Conasatatu Fausta, Tommy Gama.
SOF, as he calls himself.
Softball, huh?
How are you doing, sir? Happy Christmas and welcome.
I'm good. And the same to yourself. And well done on a brilliant show. You're playing. You're mighty there, flying it.
It's a bit of fun. It's the whiskey and the Santi outfit. I'm going a bit mental. You know Etienne Leroy. He's saying hello to you. Oh, good man.
Sláinte.
Absent friends, sir. Yeah, sláinte. I was just thinking as well. I got one of these today, and I'm thinking maybe it's a good time to pop it. What do you think? Will I pop this? I don't normally drink Guinness, but when I do, I don't drink it normally.
Well, you have the best. I mean, the bottle stout is amazing. Sláinte.
Bottle stout. Pardon the glass. I don't have a proper Guinness glass, but I think this is going to be all right. There's a bit of a head on it, but okay, we'll let it settle.
It'll be grand.
We'll let her settle. And we'll give it a go. Honest to talk to, you're in Vienna. You didn't make it home. We thought you were going to go. You thought you were heading home, and I was saying to Lynda, and she said, "Well, look, he can't be going home and stuffing his face for Christmas dinner and tater crisps or King crisps. If the rest of us are stuck out here, you're a King crisp man, are you?"
I am, of course. Yeah.
And I suppose you like Lion's tea as well.
Lion's tea and King's crisps. Yeah.
Ah, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, all the way.
All right. Well, look, we'll forgive you because it's Christmas. Sláinte.
Sláinte.
Well, it's not bad from the bottle. Not that I'm a connoisseur, but Guinness is good for you, apparently. It's good for me tonight now. I'm celebrating 1 year in this lovely house and this lovely town. And live stream number 60. Crazy. We did a great live stream as well, yourself and myself. We had an old blast. We certainly did.
Good crack, yeah. It's good crack. I always enjoy the chats, you know.
Absolutely. We have, do you know who Love Dus is? Shane. Lots of hearts from Love Dus. Where are my hearts? Where are my hearts? Love Dus. Okay, Shane, you're the man. You've been out in Vienna a long time, have you? And you went straight from Dublin. 5
years, yeah.
Yeah.
I've done a lot of traveling, but I got accosted in Clonakilty, West Cork, a couple of years ago by a lass from the Ó Fearghail, the mystical Ó Fearghail here in Austria, and the rest, as they say, is a good song.
The rest, as I say, is a good song. Yeah, well, you've created a great little thing for yourself, not only in Vienna but all over. You know, you play Germany, you're playing Belgium, Holland. But you know, those territories have been great to you over the years too, I think.
They have, and as well, you know, the people make it, don't they?
Oh man, yeah, don't they just? To be able to come out and the appreciation here, it's something else. There's nothing like it.
Yeah.
I was saying that to Paul O'Brien the other day on a chat, that there's something about, as much as we love the Irish people and our people, our tribe, but coming out here to you know, whether it's Vienna, Belgium, Germany, Holland, and you're singing to rooms filled with people that just are there for you and they want to be there for you.
Yeah, but I think the magic is as well, though, to add on that we bring our tribe with us. You know, it was funny. I seen Ray there. Couldn't have thought too.
Yeah, Ray is watching. Hi, Ray. Great to see you.
No horror. You know, I've said it to Ray a few times. We are like the beachhead of a tradition, an ocean of tradition behind us. You know. So we're just carrying the flame a little bit, I think.
Yeah. Well, you are, but you're not only carrying the flame, but you're wonderful ambassadors. You know, doing. Well, I say you, but I suppose I could include myself in that.
We're all in it together.
We're all in it together, as you said. Yeah, and we're doing what we can to create something Irish or, you know, contemporary songwriter wise in our respective territories, and it's great to see that from you and from other contemporaries of ours who do the same thing. Isn't it wonderful? It's a wonderful thing to watch.
Well, it's part of our tradition, you know. Again, we've been doing it for people for maybe 1,000, 1,500 years, you know. Columban, all the monks, you know. It's the Gaelic way, isn't it?
You're very interested in Irish history and Gaelic, of course. And are you formally trained in that, or is that just like you studied it, or just a big interest in it? The Druids and the Celts and all that kind of stuff. You love it
as a kid, and what better day like on the winter solstice, you know?
Indeed, because it comes into your songs a little bit too, and yeah, it's always been there. I don't know, you know. I think we're just connected to it, and as songwriters, Irish songwriters especially, I think we are. You know, we mightn't talk about it too much, but it's definitely in the lyric and the melody, and it's part of who we are, you know. But I love it now. When I go home, I'm on to as many stone circles as I can, as I'm allowed to. You know? Yeah. And did you watch any of the? You see, the Office of Public Works today, they put up the video, the annual video of Stonehenge, the light coming into the into the graves.
It was rainy today, but yesterday we went back and watched yesterday's feed. It was just incredible. For those out there who don't know, maybe
please
post them with a link, you know, and we can show them about Newgrange and
or tell them just what you know about it from your own, you know, for our listeners, what Newgrange is and what it means.
Well, Brúgan or Boyne is the old words for it, the language, and the mansion on the Boyne It's an ancient 6,000-year-old monument that marks the annual calendar with a rising sun on the 21st of December. And it's been rising into this roof box and into an ancient chamber that stretches back 20 meters and shines a light down into the recess of the chamber onto these old symbols, and has done so for the past 6,000 years. You know, there's actually in a museum here in Austria, they say it's Europe's oldest clock, which is incredible.
Isn't that Europe's oldest clock? And that isn't it incredible when you think it predates the Egyptian monuments, and it predates so much in the world, and how they were able to construct such an amazing. It's not small either. It's such an amazing construction for when you consider when it was built, huh?
But it's just lovely. Even I was listening to Davóg and to Lynda, and it's just lovely to hear them talk about, you know, home, and, you know, even the solstice, and to hear Davóg's lovely poem there was beautiful, you know. And we still connect to it. It's not lost. I think we just have to refine it in ourselves and come back to the language, come back to the light, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a wonderful time for reflection, apart from, you know, the pandemic and all that. But this time of the year, when I used to be in Norway around this time of the year as well, you know, and there's this tradition of, you know, they'd have a get together, almost like Christmas, but they'd light a big fire in the garden, and they'd have, you know, really celebrate a real marking of the longest night. And of course, you know, celebrating almost like one last time before the heavy winter comes in and the snows come down, and just a magical time.
It is a magical time. It's like I said in the feed I did on Facebook recently. I've always been blown away by how we always feel Christmassy at this time of year. And for me, I can only equate it to that the Earth's energies, the sun energies are kicking off again, and there's a little surge in the planet, and that's probably why we get such a happy buzz from it, you know. That's
very
just
true. That's very well said. No, it's absolutely true. What's your poison tonight?
But you know, can I do a little? Can I show you this? I want to show you this.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
It's for the dubs out there. It's called Proclamation Whiskey.
Oh, look at that! Ireland's independent Proclamation blended Irish whiskey.
Isn't it absolutely gorgeous? And it tastes great. It's a new whiskey coming out of Ireland by Grace O'Malley. And
Proclamation, of course, 1916. Yeah, good man. Well, I lived in Tullamore for 9 years, so I'm on the do tonight, and wash down with a little bit of the black stuff.
The chaser, you're reversing the chaser, are you?
I'm reversing the chaser, yeah. Although I was drinking there, I had you on full screen. I had a sip of this as well, so.
Sneaky.
We'll all get merry together. It's you know, that's what they mean by Merry Christmas.
Exactly. And how are you? How's things going with you there now with the lockdown and all that?
Well, you know, I've been just kind of buried in YouTube land for a while. Also a little bit of you know, home recording with other people as well, and myself, you know, small little bit dabbling away. That's it. Trying to do a bit of guitar teaching, keeping the old mind occupied, as I was saying earlier on in the stream. You got to find something to do, whether it's, even if it's not musical. I think you have to find something or try some new things. You know, it's a great time at the moment to experiment with new. We all have talents that, you know, hidden or otherwise. I think that sometimes you need to explore them a bit more. And the thing with songwriters, we're doing this game 24/7. We're emailing, we're doing all the background stuff, we're rehearsing, we're organizing, we're on the road. So in a way, as hard as it is financially for us, in a way, isn't it lovely to come and step back from it a tiny bit from time to time?
It's been great for me personally. It's the same.
Yeah, has it?
I mean, it's hard to say in this time. I know people are struggling, but it feels like in a weird kind of way the pressure's been off slightly. You know, we're not out touring. We can actually concentrate.
Exactly.
As you said with Sting, you know, create on the art and not the craft.
Yeah, work on the art. Sometimes you have to work on the art and not just the craft. Yes.
Art or Guinness, huh?
You what you say, art or Guinness?
Work on the art or Guinness.
Work on the art or Guinness. Brilliant. Have you seen? We met. Well, we didn't meet, but it was John. I think we mentioned this in our old live stream, but great Ghent photographer, John Lawless. John Lawless knew you, and he said, "Have you heard Shane Ó Fearghail yet?" I went, "No, I haven't." He said, "Check him out. He's great." I remember that day in the Irish bar in Ghent when he dropped your name, and I kind of didn't think much about it after that. Then I started researching.
I didn't think much about your name.
Your man, who? Okay, I'll check him out. Maybe. So yeah, I know. Chris Link is saying it should be whiskey, not whiskey. Although I do like the Scottish stuff too from time to time. I'm not a connoisseur of it, but Scottish whiskey is also great, Chris. They make some great Irish.
Look, it's all Ishkabata, isn't it?
It's all Ishkabata. Ray has made a great comment there as well. He said, "I've been thinking about it all day and how I'm missing the sense of gathering that the solstice once gave us." Lovely to hear you talk about it. Yeah, Ray, are you in Dublin still, or do you know? Yeah, I'm talking to Ray as well here simultaneously, but I assume Ray is still in Ireland. Are you, Ray? But that's a great point. There is a great sense of gathering, and we have that, of course, in Ireland with the Christmas. You know, that kind of has been our gathering, hasn't it? There's been a great tradition of coming home. My grandfather always used to say, "I'll see you, in the summer, wherever we met, I'll see you at Christmas." Because he knew that no matter when we saw each other or didn't see each other, that traditionally, we'd all be together at Christmas.
Oh, Jesus, the crack! That's what I used to see John once a year. John Lawless actually in the Penny Black in Dublin on Christmas Eve. Have a few points. Yeah. The place would be hopping, because people are all home.
Yeah,
and then you'd be in ribbons on Christmas Day, But it didn't matter because such crack. You come home, your mammy would be in the kitchen, and but look, it is what it is, and we make the best of where we are. It's not the first time we've had to do this, so.
No, it is not, and as you said, a time of reflection and appreciating what we have as well as what we need in our lives. We can't always get what we want, as the old expression goes.
Yeah.
So a great time for us to sit back and have a drink and. We meet our families, of course we will, digitally and through Zoom and Skype, and we'll talk to them, and here's to them. We love them very much, and of course not always possible to be home, especially now. Would you have been home up to this point? Would you have been home every Christmas or every second Christmas, or has it varied?
Yeah, more or less.
Yeah.
It's been it's always a little bit complicated because you want to be with like Sabina, my partner. Obviously we want to be together at Christmas, and there's Ray. Look, yep,
there he is, flying the flag. He's tidying up, but Italian, just all these jet setters, Vienna and Italy, and I suppose Belgium is exotic enough too.
We've got a lovely network. It's like the old Gael Schlee, the old way of the Gael. But look, it's great. We'll do it next year, and everybody be fine. But on that note, Dahi, can I say hello to my sisters back home, Jaren, Olivia?
Please do. Take it over. Go for it. What do you want to say about it?
And to all the crew, Etienne and Nifi and Moira and Aoife and Sabina and everybody's tuned in. Andre, of course, say hello to all the gang, Elisa and the crew there.
Absolutely. Beautiful. Yeah, absolutely. And it's great, years ago, we'd have to write letters, back to the home and say, I can't be home for Christmas. And isn't it, technology, it's a blessing and a curse, but at times like this, such a blessing to have, to be able to reconnect and to talk to people, Ray in Italy and Davóg in France and Lynda over and everybody that came in tonight, absolutely stunning.
I've been through the Black Forest. If Lynda's still listening, then we'll have to catch up.
Oh, she is, I'm sure.
Down to Vienna at some stage. That's the great thing. It's the grapevine, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Have you gigs coming up that were maybe postponed to a later time? What's going on?
We even had one at New Year's, and we just got locked down in Austria, so that went out the window. That went down the hill on a sled, gone. But it's been like that all year. I mean, there's so many gigs. We were on a real upward curve this year, and just had to stop. But
yeah,
who knows where it's going?
You were flying it before then, There's Etienne now saying hi. Lucky to have you in Vienna, Shane. Absolutely, Etienne.
Merci, Etienne.
Absolutely great to have Shane. Great to have Shane anywhere, whether it's on a live stream or in Vienna or in Dublin. Or he's a gift to us all, Etienne. Absolutely.
The Tala man in me now is seeing the dirty
Tala is the home place, is it?
It is, yeah. It is.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Great old stock and Tala, indeed.
Well, great place, you know. And you've people see Tala as a square and things like that, but when we were growing up, we had the mountains at our back, you know, and
you
it
did.
was always about Sheebiog and she Finn and you know she Corrig at the back.
Sheebiog, Sheemore.
That's it, yeah. But
lots of mountain.
My sister moved up to Leitrim, Jaron. She just moved up very close to Sheebiog, Sheemore, so it's
did she? All right, so it's okay, coincidence. I appeared in your new video.
Go on.
I did. Apparently, it's called Trasna na Hienta. And there you are. And,
there you go.
It was very nice to have a little black and white smiley in your video. Tell us about the song, if you wouldn't mind.
Well, the song, the melody's been floating around for a while, and with melodies, you know, it's like it comes from, I suppose, the genesis of the song is on the first album, and it's called Round the Hard Way. But the melody has always been there, and it just seemed to fit. You know, Trasna na Gianta is a little bit more deeper. It means across the ages, and you know, with the Gaelic language and with the Irish language, it seems to have that metaphoric turn of phrase. So it was just natural that it came that way. And myself and a good friend of mine, Roisin Ivrian, sat down one day and we said, let's just knock this out. And the song just basically wrote itself off that, you know. And yeah, it's about the Irish and, you know, on our journey, I suppose. It seems to be.
Yeah, it's in Gaelic, of course. What's the title mean?
Trasna na Gianta means across the ages.
Across the ages. You've been speaking Irish all your life, I guess, or did you?
I haven't. No, I haven't.
You moved away from it or not?
I learned Irish in school, and then after school, we just kept it going. And like Neil may leave it, one may three lost got law, you know. But and being away from home as well, it gives me a connection. Do you know what I mean? And I think, not being a native speaker, maybe I have to prove myself. I don't know. But it's lovely because the more I speak it to people, the more they speak back, and it's Cúpla Focal got law.
Okay,
well, you know.
Yeah, you see, I thought you were like really fluent in it. You know, I mean, I have a Cúpla Focal too, not as much as you, of course. We all learned it at school. I'm trying to explain it to Europeans. You know, we're kind of forced to learn it.
Yeah.
And then we kind of move away from it after school, or don't, as the case may be, and we progress. It is our mother tongue, of course, which you know we forget sometimes, but. No, you have. It's great. I mean, if you're writing songs in Ó Fearghail, then fair play to you. And it's a beautiful song.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Some beautiful stars in the video as well.
Beautiful stars, beautiful people. Yeah, there's some lovely Irish people, and you know, not non-Irish people who appear in this beautiful video. If you watch this closely, folks, you'll see my beautiful smiling face. Up against the wall in the bedroom, smiling at Shane in this video. So on that note, sir, I leave you and love you and wish you a very, very happy Christmas. I have your website linked in the thing below. Anybody can find your songs and your music and your tour dates and all of that stuff from your website, which I've linked in the description. I hope when the dust settles, we'll get to see each other in real life and have a do or two. Now you're talking.
Well, I'm just going to wish you a very, very happy Christmas to you and yours. Nulla Conna Díobh Galer, Nulla Conna Díobh Galer. We wash you. Everybody out there as well. And thanks for what you do, Dahi. It's brilliant. It's brilliant.
Gonna Mila Mahagat, Shane, and we'll see each other down the old proverbial road, as the fella says. Slán. Folks, here's the brilliant Shane Ó Fearghail and his great song Ó Fearghail for the night that's in it. Trasna na Gianta. Enjoy this and watch out for the beautiful people. Slán, sir. Thank you. Happy Christmas.
Leormulanon Erohus Mishahu Gleor Michaela is fullest make unto Trasna na dunta na chianta angra Drioch don giasa is fwynio fi the love Gleo con gwel Kiel on sea Olas on tail Delia von Rie Fokolatar on Schlie Lina Gyalta is Pulja Avi Trasnana Gianta Trasnana Gianta a Sanra Trasnana Gianta Gach Ilala Gleorms new ignis the love in love Gleorm Gashiri Eglorg Kolasov Trasna Nagianta Egeistocht Leatherglor Fwyn Vien Astor Gudjona Nor Ma Arach on Clor Glea Conguel Kiel on Tea Olas on Tail Delia von Rie Fokalatar on Schlie Lina Gyalta is Pulja Avi Trasnana Gianta Trasnana Gianta Osanra Trasnana Gianta Trasnana Gianta Gachilala Glea Congrail Kiel on Tea Olas on Tail Delia von Rie Fokalata on Schlie Lina Gyalta is Pulja Avi Trasnana Gianta Trasnana Gianta Asanra Trasnana Gianta Gach Illa La
Absolutely beautiful. Shane Ó Fearghail. God, Mahagut, thank you for being with us tonight. Thanks to everybody who's been with us tonight. I was hoping to get Anya Tyrrell from Australia. She couldn't make it. Technical stuff going on very early in the morning stuff. Anyway, logistics. But look, I want to thank you all very, 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 very much for being here with us tonight. It's been a wonderful live stream. If you stayed with us from the beginning, fair play to you. It's been 2 hours now, and it felt like half an hour. Brilliant. This show is called Raving with Rua. I'm back for one more show with this man over here. There he is, Øystein Bernstein, and we're here on the 27th, Sunday 27th at 8 p.m. for the last live stream of the year, and then a load of great new songwriters for you here. Once again, thank you all very, very much for being here. I had a great stream tonight, and the Guinness is going down well. The Tullamore Dew, Chaser, absolutely. All good in Cricklewood, as they say. Look after yourselves. I want to wish you all a very, very, very happy Christmas. A few more comments coming in here. I'm just going to put them up on screen. Lots of hearts there from everybody, and lots of good vibes. Thank you, Dennis Keller. Thank you, everybody who's tuned in from all over the world tonight. Really, really great having you. We will see each other on the 27th of December. We're going to Hell, Norway, that is, to talk to my dear friend Øystein, excuse me, over there. So until the next time, have a very happy Christmas, a lovely New Year, and take care of yourselves, one and all. Stay safe and well. Thanks for watching. See you next time on the next Raving with Rua. Bye bye. Thank you.